3YOURMIND's just released the digital inventory. What is it about what's going on in the AM world today that made this the next step to focus our development on?
So what we see is that our customers have a huge need of sharing knowledge within their company. Knowledge on what parts can be printed. And the digital inventory addresses exactly this problem. So the digital inventory saves successfully produced parts and shares this knowledge with other departments.
The digital inventory is a collection of parts that went through a process of experts working on it, of going through production, of coordinating between the production floor, and all of this information is now stored together, right? So I guess what you're trying to build with the digital inventory is really repeatability.
Exactly. The company knows what are the parts that we successfully have produced and makes this accessible to other people in the company. Maybe engineers that don't know that these parts even existed now know, okay, we have tools, we have spare parts that we could easily produce with additive manufacturing. And we have already had this experience of producing them, and we're just more confident about printing them now.
It makes a lot of sense. It's a little bit why we started with the AM part identifier also, right? This is about everybody in the organization can put in information without having to be an AM expert and still make AM possible. So this sounds like a similar, I can make AM parts without being an expert. What do you think are going to be the first big use cases then that we see for the digital inventory? Or what are you working on already with customers?
So our customers see a big need of producing spare parts and tooling. I would say these are the biggest two applications for that we see that could be used in this digital inventory.
Those are great because those are a big percentage of what happens in production just behind the scenes, right? Those aren't the ones that are visible, but they make up a big portion of the cost, keeping inventories on hand and figuring out how to get places fast, you're getting rid of logistic chains. What other steps do you need to be thinking about then, or what in the context of a larger production environment?
So the next step that we want to take with this digital inventory is to be able to connect external ERP systems. What we see in the market right now is that there's a decision-making process of, do I have parts in stock?
Yeah.
Can I produce them with conventional manufacturing, or actually can I produce them with additive manufacturing? And the digital inventory is a big chance of being able to say, I have this digital library of information, of parts with a price tag and with a delivery time, and I can automatically make a decision, should I produce this with AM because it's more feasible, it's cheaper, it's faster, or do I have it on stock, or is actually conventional manufacturing the better choice at this point? And that's something we can automate, and that's great for our software.
Yeah, and that feels really important because then we're really bringing additive manufacturing as a true alternative to conventional manufacturing in the workflows that are already in the organization. Because that's what it feels like often as AM exists next to conventional production and not in production.
I totally agree. And the great part about this is it's digital, right? You don't have to be at one specific location. So the digital inventory is a great transition to this idea of distributed manufacturing. Having printers not just in one country, but several locations, several continents, to then produce the parts where they are actually needed.